Pittsburgh.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Jets at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Check 52. 61.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
This defense for the Pats, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hall again.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Throwing Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And he's out right at the 25. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
42 yards.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Going deep here for Parker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Play action. Now Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second and 5 from the 8. They'll go again with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Jones being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the rout is on. It's 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. And I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Nick Folk for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones. Dancing to his left. He completes it to Henry.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterback all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Myers.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Montgomery, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.